In this video, I'll be helping you with the ALEKS problem type called complex fraction made of sums involving rational expressions, problem type 4. In this example, similar to the other complex fractions we've been simplifying, we can see that in the numerator, we have a fraction that has the denominator v, and in the denominator, we have another fraction that has its own denominator, v plus 1. So just as before, we want to identify the lowest common denominator between these two. So our lowest common denominator here will be both a v times a v plus 1. This lowest common denominator, we can multiply both the top and the bottom of our complex fraction. So in effect, we're multiplying by 1 because v times v plus 1 over v times v plus 1 is just 1. And when we distribute here, starting in the top, we would have 3 times v plus 1, and then distributing to the second part, a minus 3 times v plus 1, but that second part is over a v, and then distributing in the denominator, we also have a 3 times v plus 1, and then distributing to the second part, a negative 3 times v plus 1. This one is over the v plus 1. And now that we've done that distribution, we can see that we have some canceling that gets rid of those denominators in the top and the bottom. So from here, we can just clean things up. I can go ahead and distribute here 3v times v, a 3v squared. 3v times 1 is just a 3v. In the second part, those v's have canceled, but I still need to distribute this negative 3. Negative 3 times v, a minus 3v. Negative 3 times 1, a negative 3. And then doing the same in our denominator, 3v times v, 3v squared. Distributing 3v times 1 plus 3v. We've canceled in the second part, so nothing left to distribute. I can just bring down the minus 3v. And from here, our fraction is no longer complex, but we can simplify. I have some like terms that I can put together. Plus 3v minus 3v, those will actually cancel. So my numerator will be 3v squared minus 3. In the denominator, we also have those same like terms that again cancel. So 3v squared. We've almost simplified this as much as possible, but we should see if there are any factors that will cancel in the numerator and the denominator. And to see that, I would need to factor both. So in the numerator, there's a common 3 that I can factor out. When I factor out the 3, I'm left with v squared in the first term and a minus 1 in the second term. In the denominator, there's nothing to factor, but I can now see that this 3 factor in the numerator and denominator also cancel. So now in its simplest form, we have v squared minus 1 in the numerator and v squared in the denominator as our simplified complex fraction.